Hello cookies, it's Iry, I'm back, and today I thought we could do a relaxed video as friends with me decluttering and showing you basically the things that I'm going to donate tomorrow to this charity called Pause for Cause or Cause for Pause, something like that. I started to declutter my belongings about a year and a half ago, and some of them I haven't managed to get rid of because of sentimental value or because of real monetary value or just because they were gifts and I felt way too bad getting rid of them. But I just realized that it just makes me really stressed out to have so many things that I actually don't use, and it gets really expensive as well when I travel because carrying all this junk costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of space as well. So today I'm wearing my wedding dress. Yes, because I feel like feeling fantastic today, and it's actually not a real wedding dress because it was sent to me by a company for my Instagram, and I wore it as a normal dress, but then on my wedding day I thought, well, it's a white dress, I do not wish to invest too much on a wedding dress, so I just wore it. So technically it is my wedding dress, but it is not a wedding dress. The first item is this, and you've seen me holding it now for the last 2 minutes. It is this red top with some silver detailing here on the side, and it is actually a top that goes down here on the shoulder. I think I'm going to stop describing because you have eyes. You see it is a red top with some silver detailing. This made it through to Malta and Sweden from Singapore, even though I stopped wearing it after Singapore. It has sentimental value to me because it is one of those tops that I used to wear a lot when I was going on dates, and I used to feel absolutely fabulous and fantastic in this top because it is red, and I have read in many seduction books that red is the color if you want to appeal to men. Now, if you're not into that kind of stuff, please don't comment anything weird here. I'm just telling you my thought process back then. The material is pretty cheap, it looks cheap, it feels cheap, and depending on which deo you're using, it might get a little bit smelly. Plus, the silver detailing here doesn't match my jewelry. I only wear yellow gold jewelry or rose gold jewelry, and it just clashes in a way that I don't really like. This thing right here is a freaking dead animal. It is not fur or any dead animal, but it does honestly look like a dead animal. What is this? I bought this when I just moved to Sweden, and I didn't have any kind of scarf, and it was already late autumn, the beginning of winter. So I went to a second-hand shop, and this was for 5 crowns, which is literally nothing. So I thought, well, it is really good bargain, and it looks really thick and heavy, like it's real wool. It's probably real wool, and I don't really like the design of it, but I should get it. I will never buy anything, you guys, that I wouldn't buy even if it weren't on sale ever again, because I don't like this. I really do not like this thing. It's way too long. It is way too long, and you just spend all your lifetime just wrapping it around yourself, and there's still some parts of it that are just hanging somewhere. It's really itchy. Oh, I don't like it. And uncomfortable, and the color is just horrendous. I mean, this color combination, if it were just this orange shade or this beige shade or this maroon dark brown shade, it would be okay, or maybe just 2 of them together. But this combination of the 3 with the way this is, it just looks totally off to me. Goodbye, animal! I'm not going to show you everything that I'm going to donate because it is in this box and in this bag, so it would take 2 weeks or maybe 10 days if I'm fast. So I'm going to just go through some of the things I'm getting rid of so you see my thought process. This dress is flipping beautiful. It is just everything you want in a dress because it is really flowy, so it is delicate and feminine, and even though it is completely black, you have those floral details that just make it so feminine. And you can even wear this during summer because it feels very summery, but since it's black, you can wear it during autumn and even winter as well if you have something warmer, like a nice coat on top of it. This was a gift from my grandma, and it used to be one of my absolute favorite dresses. The only problem is I think this is a size large, if I'm not mistaken. It must be written somewhere here. I can't find the detail thingy. Oh, wait, it's here. It is... Okay, it's a size 3. I'm not sure what a size 3 is. It's written in French, but it is way too big for me right now. When I was overweight in Singapore, I was 16 kilos heavier. I was a size large, and now I'm a size double XS, so if I buy clothes in the US, it would be 00 or 0, and this is way too big. I tried to wear it again actually 2 weeks ago, and it literally fell like this. It literally fell because it is off the shoulders like this, and there's nothing to hang on your shoulders. There's no straps, you know, those small spaghetti straps that you sometimes get. There was nothing of the sort. It hugs you here in the middle, so it gives you this hourglass figure. And in the back you have this small strap slash belt that you can tie, so it makes your waist really slim, and because it's really flowy, it is such a flattering dress. I love my grandmother, and this was a gift from her. It was also one of her favorite dresses, so I have a really hard time getting rid of it. This was also a gift from an ex-boyfriend. He bought it when he was in Thailand on a holiday, and it was his souvenir for me. So I was very grateful. I am always very grateful when I receive any kind of gift from John or John's family or ex-boyfriends. I mean, not anymore, of course, but back then, or even companies that send me products. So I am always very grateful. Honestly, it really touches me. But this thing is freaking horrible. It looks horrible. It is just... I just can't describe it. I mean, it looks like silk and it moves like silk, but since I know that he bought this on the streets of Bangkok, it cannot be real silk. Plus, I think my ex was broke back then, so he definitely could not afford a real silk gown. It could have worked if it weren't this bright, crazy pink with some birds. The pattern is horrible, it feels horrible. I just really do not like this. And it made it through Singapore, Malta, Sweden, just because, again, I feel way too guilty getting rid of gifts. I really have a hard time getting rid of gifts. I think I wore it once in front of that ex-boyfriend to make him happy, but no, never. John, if you watch this video, please, my love, never buy me anything like this. Because it would make me sad to get rid of it, but I just can't with this. What is this? What is this? This? Ooh, this doesn't look too bad actually. I look kind of badass like this. But believe me, cookies, it looks much better on camera than in real life. This is a hat that I bought, I believe, in Singapore. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember. I have a round face, so I tend to think that I look good in hats, different types of hats, and this style fits me really well. With this hairstyle, it looks so good. On the viewfinder, it does look really good. but in real life it looks really old and aged. It is almost not even completely black. It is a dark gray, plus it is very dusty, and I am trying to purge dark colors from my wardrobe because that's not who I am. I will make a video soon on how I find my real style and how I feel so much comfortable nowadays with my new style. This just doesn't match it. It looks cool, but I really have to get rid of it. If you saw my most recent videos, you probably know which dress this is. This is a dress from Misguided that I wore in one of my previous videos, and I also had a try on haul with this dress. It is an okay dress, but I already told you what I think about it. I don't like the material, I do not like how it looks like, and it doesn't match my style anymore. These two pants are from Shein.com and they were also in my try on haul video, and initially I really loved them, but the fabric is so cheap looking, it feels cheap as well, and I do not think it gives enough coverage. If I wear, let's say, bright red underwear with this, it shows. If I wear polka dots, it shows. And the same goes for this blue one. If I wear white or anything that is pretty light underneath, it shows. This skirt is another item that I kept due to sentimental value, and I stopped wearing it already in Singapore, but I carried it with me to Malta and to Sweden because I really love this skirt. The color is absolutely gorgeous, it goes really well with my skin tone, and it's from this company called Maki Company, which is actually a Malagasy company, so it reminds me of Madagascar, and I really love supporting local Malagasy designers. Plus, I wore this to many dates in Singapore and I always felt like the sexiest girl in the room or the restaurant or the movies wearing this skirt. It is super short, so every time I did this or walked, you could see my underwear, but I just loved it. So I really love this skirt. I really adore this skirt. It is just perfect, but I do not see myself wearing it again. It is way too short. Now that I am slimmer as well, it is a bit too big, too short, wrong color, but it has such a high sentimental value. So I'm quite happy actually that I get to show you this skirt, because when I miss it someday in the future, I can watch this video and just cry over my skirt. Just cry. Oh, my skirt, I have to get rid of it. This dress is another item that I kept due to sentimental value, and I honestly do not want to get rid of it. I love this dress, it is totally beautiful. It starts white with some pink and then some fuchsia and some purple. These are all colors that I love. The length is perfect, it still fits me because it is more or less stretchy. But I do not see myself wearing it anymore because it looks cheap, it feels cheap, and in the back here, you probably can't see, but some of the threads just got destroyed, so it's really obvious that it got destroyed in the washing machine. I bought this in Singapore in this shop that was in the metro station called Dhoby Goat. It took me 5 months to buy this dress because I just moved to Singapore, and this was a dress that I saw every single day going to school, and that I would check once a week and that I would try on, but I could never afford it. I think this cost 130 something Singapore dollars, which many of you will say, what? That is way too cheap for saving money for 5 months, but I was a poor student. I was always thinking in Malagasy money, and I couldn't justify buying a dress that expensive as a student. But after 5 months and after I got some really good grades at university, I decided to treat myself to this dress. So this is the first ever, more or less expensive to me piece of item that I ever bought to myself, that I saved for. So that's why I really love it. It's still perfect, but it looks old and it feels way too cheap, so I do not see myself wearing it again. I do hope that someone finds it at the charity shop and buys it and feels amazing, because there is so much love and effort and saving and pride as well in this dress, because I was really proud of myself when I bought it. If you follow trends, you know that this autumn one of the big trends is fringes. So now you're probably wondering why I'm getting rid of this, because one, I never follow trends. No, I don't think I'm too cool for that. It's just that I'm usually late with trends and I'd rather wear things that I really love, regardless of whether it is on trend or not. So if it happens to be on trend, then yes, I'm trendy. But if it's not on trend, even if it was a trend from 2004 or 1978, I really honestly do not care. If I like it and if I feel good in it, I wear it. And this is going to be on trend this autumn, but I really do not like it. And mind you, this made its way from Singapore to Malta to Sweden to Spain. I carried this thing to Spain on our holiday with me, thinking maybe if I manage to wear this in Spain, I will keep it and wear it. I didn't wear this once. I do not like it. I do not even know why I bought this. I remember buying this in Singapore. I was with a girlfriend of mine and this was on sale, and that was the only reason I bought it. It was my size. It is a size 34, Europe 34, US 4, and I can try it for you. It still looks really good. I wore it probably once in my whole life, so it's still really clean, nothing happened to it, and for some weird reason it still fits me properly, even though I lost weight since then, but I guess that's just the magic of the outfit. This bag, hopefully you can see it, I'm trying to tilt it so you can see it, is a Guess bag that I never thought I would get rid of. But as you can see here, up close, it is totally destroyed. It is peeling, and now it is peeling on my arms. It is peeling all over me because it is synthetic leather. I bought this, I think, 2 months before I left Singapore, because throughout my entire years at university, I was lusting for a Guess bag, but they were way too expensive for me as a poor student. Every single Saturday I would go to the local shopping mall next to my house and check all the Guess bags and try them and just dream about owning one. So before I left Singapore, I told myself, well, I've been wanting to have a Guess bag for 3 years. I'm going to get one. But of course I couldn't afford any of the big ones, so I bought this small one. It's totally peeled. There's no way you can fix it. It is peeled everywhere. Now see, maybe you can't see, but it is snowing PU leather around here. My ex, well, let's blame the ex, because of course it is allowed to blame exes, packed this wrongly from Singapore to Sweden, so I have no idea how he packed it, but it got rubbed against lots of different things, and shoes. Who packs a white handbag with shoes? I don't know. But anyway, it is so destroyed, I cannot wear it anymore. I'm not even going to donate it, because it would just be very disrespectful to try to donate something that you just can't fix. And the last item I'm going to show you is my absolute favorite bag of all times. This has always been my favorite bag that I've ever owned, and I bought this when I thought I would need to leave Singapore because my visa was rejected. I bought this I think a week before I was supposed to leave Singapore, and this was pretty expensive for a poor student as well. It was 180 Singapore dollars which I know for many people is not expensive for a bag, but again, I was a poor student. My camera decided to die while I was in the middle of talking about how interesting that bag is. So what I did was I went to get some pizza with lots of tomato sauce. I sat myself on my desk that is right there, and I decided to watch some wedding TV shows. And one detail you have to know is that I always cry when I watch wedding videos or proposal videos, so I was definitely crying, which ruined my makeup, wearing my wedding dress, and my neighbors can see me. It's so typically me, and it's so typically movie-like, you know, when they just go through a breakup and then they just wear their wedding dresses or some fancy dress and they eat ice cream or pizza or cookies while crying in front of some TV show. This bag has always been my absolute favorite bag, but as I am shaking it right now, it is peeling like crazy. The whole floor is covered in black PU leather. It looks like I just murdered the bag. It's impossible to fix. I tried to bring it to many different leather places, and honestly, I would have been willing to pay hundreds of dollars to fix this bag because it has a lot of emotional value. I love the style, I love the shape, I love the color, I love the details, I love blings. Of course, I'm slowly changing my style to a style that is more classic, that is more simple with simple lines and designs, but I will always love lots of details, lots of studs, lots of gold, lots of whatever this is, and this is such a great bag. See, it is peeling on me, it is peeling on my dress. And that's the end of my video. I hope you cookies enjoyed it. If you did, then leave me a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't want to miss the upcoming videos. Of course, I still have many other items that I wish I could show you, but as I mentioned, I don't want this video to be too long, and knowing how much I already filmed, it's probably already really long. And until next time, I will see you cookies at the next video. Bye!